So, the winner to the Raiders 2021 defensive coordinator position goes to, drumroll please, Gus Bradley. Welcome to Las Vegas, where you don't have to be great, just don't be ass. Now I got a real treat for y'all, Raider Nation, because I got Stone Cold Steve Austin himself in the building. So say what's up to the nation, Oos.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Very excited about it as well.
Okay, I have to ask this, Gus. I know you're used to playing in a stadium with no fans, but the Raider Nation is a whole different experience. You know what I mean? Tell me how you feel, man.
I mean, the Raiders now, that's iconic. And they go back so many years, and they're so well thought of, and the fan base and Raider Nation and just everything about it. There's so much energy.
Since you're here, could you vouch for me? Because the Raider Nation doesn't believe me when I say that. Marcus is my cousin, right?
Correct.
So Raider Nation, man, if y'all think I'm capping, I'm not. Now I know that you must have hated wearing that ugly ass Chargers gear every single Sunday. So be honest with me, Gus. Must be hard.
Well, you're right. It is hard.
That's what she said.
Okay, enough playing around, yo, Gus. Real quick before you leave, I know you're gonna be in Vegas now, so the next time I come out to Vegas, we gotta hang out. I could take you to the local titty bar. You can show them your cover 3 zone. You know what I mean?
I don't know how much time I'll get a chance to see, everything outside. It'll be mostly in the office and preparing.
All right, now I know you lying, because remember the last time you told me that you wanted to go out there?
I appreciate you having me.
Oh, like that, Ooze. Acting brand new because you don't want to lose your new job. Okay, Oos, man. Thank you for coming on. And Raider Nation, let's get started with this video.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
So if you guys are watching this video, you guys already know that the Raiders went out and hired Gus Bradley. Yo. What the fuck? Who the fuck is that? Sorry, let's do this again. The Raiders went out and hired Gus Bradley. What the fuck? Who the hell is in charge of the fucking pictures in this video? Oh wait, it's me. Okay, last time. So if you guys are watching this video, you guys already know the news. The Raiders went out and hired their new defensive coordinator for 2021, Gus Bradley. And I have talked about him in a couple of videos. Now his resume speaks for itself. He was a former Seahawks defensive coordinator from 2009 to 2012, where he built the Legion of Boom, one of the best and greatest defenses of the 2010s. Then he went on to be the Jaguars head coach from 2013 to 2016, where again, he built the Jacksonville defense. And since then, he's been with the LA Chargers from 2017 to 2020, where their defense was pretty solid, I would say, in his time over there, other than 2020. Now, he is one of John Gruden's Tampa Bay buddies from back in the day. John Gruden actually went out and brought him as the linebacker coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2006. So they have some history there, and I know that him reuniting with his old buddy Chucky, it's going to be great to see. If we look at Gus Bradley's defenses ranked throughout the years, he's been a defensive coordinator. He's had some highs and a couple of lows, and I'm going to read them all to you and list them for you guys to actually look at his past resumes and hopefully see what he can do for our defense this year. In 2009, he was with the Seahawks, where they had the 24th ranked defense. In 2010, they were the 25th ranked defense. In 2011, they were the 7th ranked defense. And in 2012, they were the 1st ranked defense. So they were top 10 defenses for 2 years with Seattle. Now we look at the LA Chargers from 2017 to 2020. In 2017, they were the 3rd best defense and the 8th best defense in 2018. And then in 2019, they were the 14th ranked defense. Now, they were a top 15 defense for 3 years over there, 2017, 2018, and 2019. Now, they took a fall in 2020, being the 23rd ranked defense, but most of that is in due part because they had a lot of injuries on their team. You're looking at Joey Bosa, you're looking at Melvin Ingram for some of that time, and you look at Derwin James, who missed basically the whole season. That was a huge hit to their team. Now, his defenses, since being with the Seahawks, has been known for being good against the pass. Now, the Raiders have been one of the worst against the pass. Now, if you look at that 2020 ranked defense with the LA Chargers being ranked, what, 23rd? That would actually be an upgrade for the Raiders defense last year. We were one of the worst defenses in the whole NFL. I would say the worst defense, especially looking at how bad we played throughout the whole season, especially that second half of this season. Now with this move at hand, it looks like Gus Bradley is going to be sticking with the 4-3 defense. Obviously, that's what John Gruden wanted, and now he could be happy about it. Ever since John Gruden has rejoined with the Raiders, our defense has been one of the worst, below average. That is unacceptable. But in that whole time span, Paul Guenther has been running things, and obviously we've seen how bad it's been with him. And looking at last year, we really needed help on the defensive side, especially at the linebacker position. And what did we go and do? We went out in free agency and signed one of the best linebackers in free agency last year in Corey Littleton, and then we went out and got an underrated linebacker and Nick Kwiatkowski, and they were okay. They were solid pieces. Well, Nick was a solid piece, but Corey was really out of it, and he didn't look the same as he did when he was with the Rams. And that goes to show that Paul Guenther was really not a good defensive coordinator. Now, what style of defense should we expect from Gus Bradley for this Raiders team in 2021? Well, I'll let Gus speak for himself.
A defense that plays smart. That is our key. That's the style. When people talk. Now, if you just said, hey, what is our non-negotiables? That is fast, physical, and we've got to find a way to get the ball.
Now, that is a lot of things to actually look forward to. I mean, we can't get any worse than last year under Paul Guenther. Now, I said this in my last video, and I'm going to keep saying it. Our team was only a couple of defensive stops away from making it into the playoffs and being an 11-win team. But our defense didn't come through for us. Now, if Gus Bradley can come in and implement his style of coaching, especially on the defensive side, and have the players buy into the scheme that he's going to bring onto this team, then the sky's the limit, and I cannot wait to see what we can do next season. Now, as for Rod Marinelli, our interim defensive coordinator who took over for Paul Guenther last season, will return to Las Vegas back as a defensive line coach. Now, we hired 2 more coaches under Gus Bradley, and these 2 guys I'm really excited to actually see, especially on the defensive staff. So the Raiders have added Richard Smith as the new linebacker coach. He has 25 years of experience, which is good, and he also worked with Bradley in Los Angeles with the Chargers. Now, Smith has helped develop some solid linebackers in his time. You're looking at Thomas Davis, Drew Tranquill, Von Miller, Bobby Wagner, and much more. Now, that's some good names to actually look at on his resume, because we have linebackers in Corey Littleton, Nick Kwiatkowski, Tanner Muse, Nicholas Morrow that can hopefully benefit from a coach like Richard Smith. Now, the Raiders have also added Rod Milus as the new DB coach. He has 20 years of experience, and he also worked with Bradley as well in LA with the Chargers for 8 seasons. Milus is considered one of the best DB coaches in the NFL, and he's helped develop talent in the secondary like Chris Harris Jr., Casey Hayward, Desmond King, Derwin James, Eric Weddle, and the list goes on. Now, we're really familiar with these names because we've played these guys twice every season, and they are some of the best players in the secondary. Now, this is good because looking at Rod Milus and his history and the fact that he's worked well with a lot of young talent, and you look at this Raiders defense, we have a lot of young talented players on the defensive side, especially in the secondary, that we drafted pretty high. You're looking at Trayvon Mullen, Damon Arnett, Isaiah Johnson, Amik Robertson, Jonathan Abram. If we can mold these players into being some of the best secondary players in the NFL, especially for this team, like I said, our defense is gonna skyrocket. Now, looking at these moves, these are some really great additions to the defensive staff. Now, I understand there are some cons to Gus Bradley, but until he proves me wrong, I'm really excited and I'm really optimistic to see what he can do with this team and with this defense. Now, when being asked about where he wants to start off in this defense, he simply said that everything's gonna start up front and we're gonna build around that. So we do have a lot of young and hungry players on this defensive side, especially on the defensive line with Cleveland Farrell, Max Crosby, Mo Hurst, Arden Key, the list goes on, to hopefully see some potential in them to hopefully grow, and we can go out into free agency and into the draft and add more pieces to this defensive line, because if the defensive line can apply pressure to quarterbacks, then that could help out our secondary, and our defense can at least be top 20 in the NFL. One of the biggest questions I have in my head and that I want to ask you guys, do you think that he might go out and bring some of his old compadres, you know, players that played for him in the past, to the Raiders? Because there's a couple of them that are on the market that might be in free agency. You're looking at guys like Melvin Ingram. Maybe he can come in and help this defensive line, because that would be another huge addition for this team. I mean, you look at Richard Sherman. Now, I know that Richard Sherman is not the same player he once was when he was with the Seahawks, but he's another the veteran leader that can come in and help out the secondary, whether he starts or not. And last but not least, a guy that's been on the free agent market and hasn't even been picked up even throughout the whole season, Earl Thomas. This is a guy that can come in and help out this defense instantly. Imagine him opposite of Jonathan Abram. That would be a huge pickup and a huge help to this defense and the secondary. A guy that already knows Gus Bradley's defense. I'm pretty sure that he respects Gus Bradley as a defensive coordinator. Now, Raider Nation, do you guys like the signing of Gus Bradley for the Raiders as a new defensive coordinator? I mean, after last year, the only way to go is up. So I'm expecting a lot of good things until he proves me wrong, and I'm going to be optimistic. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys today on this video. Let me know what you guys think about Gus Bradley and everything that's been going on in these past couple of days. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button. It does a lot for this channel. If we could get this video up to 500 likes, you guys killed the like goal on the last one. So let's see if we could hit it again, 500 or more on this video. If you guys are watching this video for the very first time and you enjoy Raiders content, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this one. With all that being said, until the next video, this is your boy Some More Raider, and your boy is
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.